recorded. And let me share you the screens. Okay, that's the screen. Okay, sorry for the email. Okay, before we start, let we check and get through the, we call it our plan. All right, this is our plan for the first 4 weeks lah. All right, the rest tu we take over by the Mr. Zubaidi. So meanwhile tu nak habiskan my part tu 4 weeks tu, this is our plan lah. So topic 1, topic 2 already covered. Topic 3, topic 4 last week. Okay, and your section replace it on the Friday, right? On the Friday, and today we are looking on the human resource management and ethics. Alright, okay, speaking of quiz, okay, quiz, they will be on this Friday. Okay, no worries. The link of the online quiz, I will be paste it on your Telegram. On your Telegrams there. So I give you ample time. Okay, let's say 1 or 2 or 3 days to complete the quiz. Okay, and no need to come to the MS Team and stay there and do the quiz. Okay, you can do it anytime that you want. Okay, but within the stipulated time lah. Alright, within the stipulated time there. Then the test 1, okay, will be on the week 4, which is on the next week, on the 18th of February 2022, 8 to 10. This is online and you need to be there on the MS Team. Alright. So itulah dia punya, we call it the plan lah. Okay, the plan. So because yelah, kita pun we call it there are too many subjects, too many topics to cover. Right, then we need to make sure that we adhere strictly lah to the plan that we plan before we start before the beginning of the semester. Right? So this is basically our plan. Okay. Hopefully you dapatlah this kind of we call it the our journey for the 4 weeks, for the first 4 weeks. Alright, for the first 4 weeks. I takut nanti ada yang tak tahu, okay, ada yang ketinggalan, left behind whatsoever. So bukan apa, you need to set your priority. Alright, you need to readjust back, look at your plan whatsoever, because you have a lot of subjects to be taken for this semester. So which one come first, which one come later, you need to have that in kind of intelligence to manage it. Okay, otherwise kalau you're not able to manage it, you will left behind, and in fact it will tarnish, it will affect on your performance lah. Okay, yang itu yang kita tak nak tu. Alright, okay, so without further ado, okay, so look at the topic 5. Okay, topic 5 is very important. Okay, because what? As a project manager, not only to handle a project. Pardon?
Sir,
yeah.
We don't have this chapter 5 files lecture slide in our team, sir.
Tak ada ya?
Tak ada,
Alright,
sir.
okay, let me share you.
Sir.
Tak ada?
Tak ada.
Itu dah hantar dah. Tapi tak apa. Don't worry. Saya hantar balik semula. Okay, small matter Small matter. Thank you for reminding me Kadang ada, kadang tak ada benda ni Okay, let me look here. Where is it? Human. This one. Bagi sekali 7. Okay. Uploading. Right, send. Boleh buka tak? Can you open the files there? Buka dong. Nanti takut nanti dia terganggu dia.
Cantik, sir. Ken.
Alright, that's good. Macam tu lah, semangat Okay. Alright, where were we? Okay, here today on the topic human resource. Alright, okay. As a project manager, again, you are not dealing with the non-human things. Okay. you need to deal with the human also. All right, so you need to understand how the human react. Okay, how to coordinate the humans. All right, so what kind of job that you need to give it to your people, because what you need to deliver the accurate service. You need to deliver the right things. Okay, you need to make sure that everything on the right track. So make sure that you give it your people with the right tools. Okay, with the right job. All right, so you can get the desired output lah. Okay, nampak macam senang. Memanglah to say that don't worry, the HRM ni will be managed by the expertise that person that responsible for the HRM. But as a project manager, you need to have that kind of basic. Alright, let's say for example, you you request for the staff. Okay, before you request the staff, you need to know what kind of job that what kind of job that you want to give to that person. Alright, what are the things that you want to get the results. Okay, what kind of experience, what kind of specification, what kind of that things that you want to do, because to find out the right man for the right job it's not easy. Okay, there are a lot of process there. Alright, because what we just know the people the first place on the interview saja. Right, on the interview, then look at the experience on the resume there, then you have a confidence to hire the person. Then you hire the person, then end up within 3 months, the person cannot deliver that we want. Dah waste time. Alright, so in order to get the right person we need to do extensively, comprehensively, very detailed things lah to make sure that on the first place, on the first gamble, we get the right person. Okay, kita tak nak buang masa. Alamak, tak sesuai this kind of person, then we need to send for the job vacancy again, do the interview, do the selection again. So it's kind of waste. So we want the right things. Okay, we want the right people for the right job. Okay, and also the right compensation lah. Minta macam-macam tapi bagi gaji minimum 1,200 pun tak guna juga. Okay, these are things that we need to understand lah. Okay, although you are the engineer after this, but you are working with the person. Okay, you are working with the humans, and also you are the human also. Okay, you will get through and being through in the process. Alright, selection and so on. So kita kena ada that kind of idea how being hired, okay, and how the HR do. Okay. So look at here, Watson saying that you can get the capital and erect the building, but it takes people to build a business. Alright, so human capital is very important because it's a human. Alright, so human ni pun sama lah. We need the experience, we need the thought, we need the opinions. Okay. Kalau di Indonesia senang je. Okay, tak suka you shut down. Alright, kalau rasa macam tak boleh, reboot. Okay, kalau tak boleh, respawning. Tu senang lah kalau you deal with the games and so on kan. Tak suka je, you just change the skin, tak jadi masalah. But for the human tak boleh macam tu. Okay, nanti terluka hati dia kan. Alright, okay, so this is the objective for today. Look at the human resource management to gain the competitive advantage. By having a right person, you can get a right result. So the right results tu adalah you punya advantage. Right? And look at the reason company recruit both internally and externally for the new hires. So we can get from outside of your companies and also you can get inside from your companies. Alright, inside tu consider as a promotion lah. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, because to get the persons for that program position, the source can be from internal and external. Mudah saja. Alright, internal ni that means you know lah, because okay, it's quite easy because you can see that persons dah tahu dah, they already know about the companies itself. Okay, what they need to expect, they also know. But for the external ni, yes, it's kind of hard to make sure that they know our culture and so on. But maybe he or she would bring another insight, okay, opinions ataupun we call it experience, their expertise from the outside into your company. Alright, these are things. Alright, so jangan risau. Internally, externally, both have a disadvantage and advantage there. Alright, look at the method for selecting new employees. Okay, this is the process HR. Right, so at least you know after this when you want to go for the interview and so on, you know what the process get involved in that selection process. Okay, look at the importance of spending on training and development. How to say okay, long life learning. Alright, people are still learning from time to time. Okay, formally, informally, inside the organization, outside the organization. Okay, with your family members. It's called we can say that we learn from time to time. That means we learn every time. Okay, belajar ni orang kata tak terhenti di situ. Alright, so this is the way for you as a project manager. Find out what the opportunity that can you have for your staff and also for yourself. Alright, we go for the trainings in order to make sure that we have the skills, we have another information, we have another new things, new products, new knowledge on your field lah. Alright. Okay, so look at the alternative for who appraise an employee performance. We want feedbacks. Employee want feedbacks. They did the job, then they want feedback. So the feedback will influence, we influence the remuneration ataupun we call it the returns. Right? You achieve the target at the end of the year, people will appraise you, will evaluate you, look at your performance, achieve the KPI, then you get the reward there. Okay, for the next year, you set a new reward. You set a new target and new reward. All right, to make sure that the things happens. That means we are being there and do our job. All right. We don't want the things that you did the job there, then nothing. You get nothing. That means you didn't get any information of either I did the right things ke, I did the wrong things ke, are we on the right tracks ke? Alright. So kita tak nak, we don't want that thing happens. Alright, and look at the fundamental aspect of reward system. Okay, reward ni can be rewards lah. Okay, bonus, annually bonus. Alright, by the end of the year, okay, people announce, okay guys, okay, since we already achieved the target there, so as a bonus, there are 3 months bonus, for example. Okay, so these are things. Alright, so this is the boost to boost the moral, to boost the motivation of the employee. Okay, and also, yalah, benda macam itulah you nak maintain to make sure that we have the right staff that support us. Alright, we are appreciating our staff there. Okay, and how union and labor law influence the human resource management. Not only the HRM, not only the organization, but remember, one person, the power dia tak kuat sangat lah. But when they combine with others, okay, they can be the unions there, they can be the groups there, then they can bargain for the power. Okay, and then for example, it's happened to the organisation, to the factories, they strike. Okay, mogok lapar, apa lagi, picket, doing the picket outside the factories there. Okay, they demand for the raise, they demand for the things related to the HR lah. Alright, so tak nak bisa ada discussions there. Okay, give and takes. Because working too long hours pun is quite difficult. Okay, minimum wages or below the minimum wages. Okay, child labour for example, these are things. Alright, so remember, bersatu teguh bercerai roboh. Alright, that's why union is something that being endorsed by the government. Okay, so whatever the staff entitled to join to the union. The company cannot say no. Okay, that's why in Malaysia we have the MTUC. Alright, Malaysian Trade Union. Saya lupa dah. Alright, so you entitled to join to the union. Okay, because the union is something that governed by the governments. It's not governed, they endorsed by the governments, and their say to the organisation, to the governments, being, how to say berkesan. It's not berkesan. Being considered. Alright, they have a say to the direction of to the situation of the labours here. Okay, you tak boleh sekat dia, katakan, oh, you mesti union kerang macam-macam you bawa. No, you tak boleh sekat dia. They have a right to join the union there. Okay, These are the things that you as a project manager need to know. At least tak adalah kata tiba staff you hilang, reunion ke apa ke. At least something that that you tergerak hati and tahu. Okay, what happens. Okay. So look at the definition here. HRM is a formal system for the management of people within the organization. So you are handling the humans there. Right? You coordinate, you do the coordination of the humans there. Okay, this kind of person are suitable for this department. This kind of person, this kind of number are suitable. This one, this is understaffing. This is overstaffing. Okay, understaffing, that means you need to supply more labor to that department. Overstaffing, then you need to do something. Trim the fat. Okay, trim the fat, that means, okay, you do the researching on your people there. Okay, lay off the people if necessary. Lay off ni, itulah. Masih minta best. Alright, when you want to advertise the vacancy, memang best. Okay, we call it it's not simple job, easy job lah. But to lay off the people pun, it's quite challenging. Because you are not dealing with the human itself, but you are dealing also with the psychological, emotional and so on. You say that you are fired today, tengok esok dah tergantung dekat jabatan dah, ataupun hilang daripada muka dunia ni. Alright, bunuh diri and so on. So it will haunt you. Okay, so macam mimpi ke apa terbawa-bawa benda tu. Alright, okay, so these are the things that related to the HRM. Alright, you are responsible to create the values. So that means you get the skills persons there, you get the person with the talent persons there. Alright, you get what? You get the expertise there. So that's the values that can difficult to imitate lah. Difficult to imitate because human is very different. Alright, ada yang talented tapi attitude tak rosak. Alright, ada yang very okay but family problem pula. Alright, it's something that quite challenging. But it's still a values there, so it need our intelligence to fine tune, okay, to readjust, reorganize, to make sure that day to day activities smooth. Okay, until towards the end lah. It's rare and it's organized. So these are the things that you need to understand in the HR. These are things that happen in the HR. Alright? Okay. Okay, berapa kali alright dah, okay. So the human capital, what we need is the knowledge, skill, the abilities. Whatever the skills, knowledge, abilities, we transform into the economic value. Just imagine your expertise building the bridge, for example. So the bridge will bring out the benefits to the people there. Alright, and the bridge will be paid by the governments. Okay, and it lead to the business transaction. So whatever it is, it translates to the economic value. Not in the form of money, but it can be anything. Just imagine. So what we do it, we need to find out. That's why I emphasize is, the way that I emphasize is to make sure that you find out the right person for the right job, deliver whatever being assigned to you, okay, assigned to that person, and get the results. Okay, the result can translate to the economic values there. Okay, so this is HR do. This is HR do. Literally saying that there are demand for the forecast, determine how many and what type of people are needed. Okay, supply of labor. So find out. Okay, let's say for example, I want junior engineer to help me to do this job. So the junior engineer, the word of junior is something that related to the person that have list of experience, maybe below the 5 years or fresh graduates, or you want to find out a protege, for example. Alright, for your job, for example, for the task that be assigned to you. Maybe contract for the 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 years, maybe permanently. These are things, you give it the specification to the HR. I want this one, then HR will discuss with you. Okay, looking at the this kind of environments, okay, looking at the working from home situation, looking at the our economics downtrend today. So we need to readjust back on your demands. So what we can supply for you is the junior engineer, which we call it a postgraduate. Sorry, it's not postgraduate. It's a fresh graduates. Okay, with the kind of GPA blah blah blah. Okay, and we assume it as a potential for you. So you need to train the person blah blah blah. So these are things. Okay, you as an engineer, you need to discuss with the HR what the things that you want, and HR will discuss with you what the things that they can supply to you. Alright. Okay. So HR bukan kerja buat orang saja. Okay. So these are the things that what HR do. So first biasalah. They plan. Okay. Planning ni bukan HR saja. On the all departments they are planning. So what HR do is on the strategic plannings. Okay. They do the strategic planning. That means this is the thing what will happen on the 5 years after this. What will happen for the 10 years after this. What happen to the people that are going for the retirement. Alright. What is the population of our staff? Okay. A lot of people will going retired for one. So we don't have the person on the middle range. So who will lead the things? Tak boleh pula semua orang muda, semua panas baran semua, tak boleh juga. Okay, so you need to neutralize everything to make sure that everything in balance. Okay, the staff ratio there. Alright, do not overstaffing, do not understaffing. Okay, so this is your strategy. Alright, so in your strategy, that means you are looking for that means you are scanning for your environments there. Labor market, technology, legislation, competition, economy, and so on. Okay, by looking at the demand forecast, the supplies there, the joint analysis. So you strategize. Yeah, you strategize it to make sure that you're able to give the best to your other departments lah, to the company itself. Then this is a program, something that very routine. It's happened daily. It's not daily. It's happened after you strategize. This is something that you put into action, which is a requirement, selection, diversity and inclusion, T&D, training and development. Alright, performance appraisals, it's a yearly. Kenapa tak berhenti? Okay. Alright, okay. Sorry for the disturbing. Alright. So, this is something that happened. Okay, that means this is something that on the strategy, on your planning, then you put on the action here. Alright, and you everything to make sure everything on the right track. So that means look at the productivity of the person itself. Quality, innovation, satisfaction. So you need to make sure that your staff that you supply to the department certified, can deliver the job, and happy. Happy with the rewards lah, with the remuneration and so on. Turnover. Okay, for those who not, turnover is happen. That means turnover, that means the intention to leave to the from the company. Okay, because you need to understand the nature of the people that are looking for the opportunity outside. Okay, they want to upgrade themselves. So as a HR, what the best thing that you can retain them. Okay, retain them. So because what? They have the skills, then you need the skills. If they go outside, okay, leave you, that means you need to find out another person that able to give the same job. So it costs. Alright. Tiba orang yang expertise tu hilang dah. Then you kena send them for the trainings, find out the right persons. Okay, so quite costly for the turnover. Absenteeism, that means people are not able and they want to, then they don't want to come to the that means they're absent lah. Okay, absence is costly because absence can be, how you call it, can be compensated by the MC and so on. All right, so and also it's kind of waste there. Helps also. Kenapa ni bad quality network ni? Okay, ikut Okay, so this is the HR planning process, job analysis. A tool for determining what is done on the job given and what should be done on job. So you asking HR, okay, I want engineer. What kind of engineer that you want? Okay, engineer that responsible for what things? Is that quantity surveyor ke, architecture ke, on the mechanical ke, on the food itself ke? So this is the thing. You tell them. Okay, so you tell them what the things that you want. So the HR will use their intelligence to coordinate it, to plan it, to make sure that it answer your demands. Okay. So this is the case study here. If you have a time, it's best for you to read it. At least you have the idea what HR do in the form of story lah. Okay, because the best thing to learn is from story actually. Alright, so staffing organization. This is HR do. This is something that they put into the behavior. They do the recruitment. They do the selection. Recruitment can be internal and external. Okay, internal, for example, there are vacancy on the manager, for example. So for the staff executive here, they have the opportunity to apply to the manager post. So once they success, it's considered as a promotion. Tak adanya executive tu, they go to the supervisor yang bawah, tak ada lah. Okay, so normally they be one step above. Alright, kalau you are willing to go one step below, so something wrong with you lah. Okay, orang pelik. Right, then selection, choosing the from among qualified applicants to hire. So remember, in today's world, especially in Malaysia, there are three things to make sure that you're able to get a job. One is a certifications. Okay, your qualification lah. Okay, number two is a doa dan tawakal. And number three is orang dalam. Okay, bunyi je jahat lah orang dalam, but we turn into the positive words is a networking. Alright, networking. So starting from now, expand your networking. Bila balik raya tu, kalau raya lah, after this saya macam tak raya je rupanya kan. Kalau balik raya tu, look it for your uncle and aunties there. Okay, tunjuk muka awak ni. Kukut ada yang kerja dengan Burger Holdings apa kan. Okay, then you get the jobs there. Alright, so this is the way that they select. First of all, they're looking for the application form lah. You put the advertisement there. Okay, we want you. Okay, gambar we want you. Alright, we want the young engineer to be with us. Come and join us. Alright, okay, at the end of the vacancy advertisement tu, okay, please fill up this form. Ataupun click this one and fill up the form. So it's an application. You are telling, okay, you are giving your names, your details there, your resumes, we call it your qualification and so on. Okay, then we do the background check. Okay, look at your informations there. Okay, gambar pun look steady dengan you punya apa semua kan. Alright, okay, nampak okay. Then they do background checks. Okay, once they can call for your interview. Alright, they can do a test on your personality test. Either you are introvert ataupun extrovert. Alright, or they can do for the performance test. Are you eligible or entitled for that kind of post there? Alright, do the cognitive ability test. They do the exam. Okay, so we need to be prepared. Every time you send your resumes there, make sure that you are prepared for that job. Okay, you already study about that job. Jangan tak pergi interview kan. Do you know about company? Company apa pula ni? Tak tahu pula. So it's kind of waste because they're only the moment that you can convince the interviewer there. Only by interview. Pandai sembang, pandai kecek, pandai gebang. So the chances for you to get into next stages very close lah. Very this one, okay, very bright. All right, reference checks. They will check your networking stack. They will call your lecturers, for example. They will call the reference that you put there lah. Okay, they will cross check to make sure that your all your information are being legal lah, legit, looks legit and so on. Run testing, integrity test. Integrity test tak ada, dia minta you buat something bright ke apa, they will go for the test lah. Okay, there's the questions. This is the scenario. Okay, people give you money in order to get the projects. So how would you react? Okay, what you do? Okay, accept A, B, did they accept? C. So that this is the way that they want to test your perception on the integrity there. Yes, interview. If the interviewer asks you, write something on the whiteboard. What is the thing that you need to write on the whiteboard? Okay, let's say for example, you are coming for an interview. I'm the interviewer. I'm giving you the marker pen there. Okay, so this is a marker pen. Please write something on the whiteboard. So what is the things that you want to write on the whiteboard? Can I get the answers from you guys? Petang ni. Apa dia yang tulis kat whiteboard tu?
Our strength.
Your strength. Okay, that's good. Any answers? Ada lagi jawapan dari lain selain dari strength? Okay, so good answers is a strength, or maybe your weakness, or maybe something that don't put your weakness on in front of people. So tak, just portray your strengths then. Okay, but I just saw a movie. I saw one time a movie lah. Alright, this person coming to the interview by wearing a jeans, t-shirts compared to the other, we call it other applicants. They are smart looking lah, after wearing coat and so on. And the interviewer asked for all the people they write something on the whiteboard, so they write down the strengths lah, their opportunity and so on, blah blah blah. There's one guy in this movie and into the marker pen and write something, then he just write something the whiteboard. SOMETING. Wow, impressed. So you already know what I mean, something. Itu movie lah, okay. Tapi kalau you want to test it, why not kan? Who knows? Okay. Sebenarnya cari juga kan, okay. Alright, okay. So screening tools most often lah. Okay. So this is a test. Okay, so get prepared to go for the test. Whatever there is, just get prepared because the test, this is the way that one shot opportunity, one shot time. Okay. Because after this, let's say for example, if you pass the test, then you will go next. If you won't pass the test, you appeal. Kalau dapat lah. Kalau you appeal tak dapat, then the chances, there's no chances for you. Alright. Performance test, put on the right action, on the right job. So they look at your efficiency and effectiveness. Okay. Okay, this is the way that HR do in order to reduce the workforce. They can do for the outplacement, or they can ask employee to move. Outplacement, that means the process of helping people who have been dismissed from the company to get employment as well. Ini drama lah selalunya. In the real tak ada. Alright, I give you 24 hours notice, but no worries, the company will terminate you immediately because they are labor law protecting the things. Okay, without any reasons, without any concrete reason whatsoever, you cannot terminate the people on the spot 24 hours. Alright, if the person been terminated, okay, asking for the legal helps, okay, for the HR division, okay, human resource relations, okay, the act there, So you can get the more compensation for the company. Okay, setiap bulan dia saman company tu. So no worries. Alright, whatever they, let's say for example lah, because in workplace ni is quite unique, you know. Some people saya kalau tengok nampak baik, tapi in workplace they turn something else. Okay, marah-marah, emotional abuses, alright, sexual harassment, something unpredictable. Alright, so the things whatever is refer back to the law, the labor law there. Okay, so the labor law is the ultimate guidelines to make sure that we being protected as a employee. Alright, that's why we have the guideline that they have the SOPs, that they have the rules and regulations there to make sure that we being protected, not being abused by the company. Okay, so employment at will, that means a legal concept that an employee may be terminated for any reason. So let's say for example being accused and terbukti betul benar yang you did something mistake, very big mistake, then they have a right to terminate you. But if they terminate you without any concrete reasons, then you can fight for it. Very clear on that thing. Okay, kalau drama tu ialah you are fired. Then you get the reasons there, any concrete reasons so on, then you can get compensation of that. Alright, so this is a advice of terminations. I do endorse them. So bolehnya we don't be terminate lah, ataupun being laid off and so on, because it's quite difficult to find, to have a stable income, because when you go for the workplace then, okay, the things that will be your only friends, okay, is the bill. Alright, the bill will find you in the end of the month, okay, and they will ask your khabar lah. Okay, apa khabar sahabatku, so you need to entertain that bills. Okay, that's why people when it come to salaries, memang best salaries ni, all the figures there, but it will reduce by any second of it. Okay, buka komputer bayar bil semua tinggal berapa sen saja. Alright, termenung kejap. Okay, so these are things I do and don'ts. Okay, I leave it to you for you to read it. Okay, legal issue and equal employment opportunity. Alright, so these are the things that protect us. Okay, this is the example of the US. Here in Malaysia, apa nama lupa dah, human relation. This is the law lah, the law protected employee. Don't worry, in Malaysia pun ada juga. Okay, I'm not the HR person that very details lah. There's a one person in Unit 10, for example, at Muazzam lah. Alright, she is the master of the human relation law. Okay, practically in Malaysia lah. Alright, so whatever it, I always refer to that person, to that person, asking for the advice. Alright, dia jauh details because dia betul-betul dia belajar on that things. Alright, setakat ni I know lah, if anything happens, what we can refer, don't worry, refer to the law. Okay, first refer to the law, then we look at the other things. Alright, so anything? Any question? Ada questions ke? Okay.
No, sir.
Alright. It's okay. Just you can move the mic there. Alright. So as a HR also, we need to sense for the demand to go for the new knowledge, new skills, or learning. So when we can do it, we can send our staff for the training and development. We send the staff for the training, and they will develop the skills, the knowledge to the new things. First of all, we need to do analysis lah. So the analysis we call it T&A, training needs assessment, training needs analysis, T&A. This is T&A here. Alright, need assessment, need analysis ni benda yang sama lah. So analyst identifying the job, people and department for which training is necessary. Alright, let's say for example lah, engineer. So you have the fresh graduates from Unit 10, for example. They are working for you 5 years. After 5 years, you are given the opportunity to apply for the TS, for example, M board. So they can get TS there, and also at the same time also you are encourage them to apply for the BM, so you can get the IR there. Okay, and after that you are sending them to the Sweden for the trainings that related to your fields. So whatever that you send them for training is a cost. So they want the return. The return is you can bring the skills, talent, knowledge, and it become the competitive advantage for the company. I have expertise. My company has have one engineer that very expert in this one field. Alright. Wah, kita dah labur dah. Tok-tok esok meninggal accident. Tengah-tengah. Alamak. Meninggal lah. Protege tak ada. Mentor meninggal. Rugi rasanya kan. Okay. So the things lah. So this is why HR they need to organize it in the well manners lah, to make sure that all the scheme be inherit to the new person. Okay, or being transferred to new person. Training, teaching lower level employee how to perform their present job. This is training, not for the lower level lah. Sometimes it goes to the executive and so on. Training is something that is considered as a classroom lah. But it's not a classroom. It's the way that we learn something. And development, that means we deliver, helping manager and professional employee learn the broad skill needed for the present and future job. So training and development can be in any levels. Alright, talent, because what we want to expose them to the real things. So when you come back to the company, you can bring something meaningful to the company. Tak ada sia-sia pula kan. Because they spend a lot of money to send you for the overseas training, for example. Okay, bukan murah. Siap allowance apa semua. Balik-balik enjoy. Ada pergi sana tak training pun, pergi sana enjoy. Tapi UK, alright, baru seminggu balik kan. Hey mate, is that Wednesday, is it? Dah lain dah. Okay, tiba-tiba minta makcik minum water kan. A bottle water. Terkejut makcik tu. Dah kenapa kau ni Jang? Okay. So this is the thing. Okay, this is the way that we can deliver the methods. Okay, this is the method lah. The method of teaching. Okay, in the training, for example. It can be the classroom. Alright, it can be the blended learning. Alright, it can be the computer-based or learning. It can be the mobile device, and it can be the others. Alright. Dia selalunya orang pergi trainings ni, the best thing is, okay, you are mingle around with the people from other companies. Alright, you are mingle around with people from the companies. You are sharing the experience of. They are sharing the experience. Alright, you can expand your networkings there. Okay, bila dinner tu seronok kan, boleh ada the activities lah. It's a fun activities actually. Okay, that's why kadang bila pergi training ni lupa diri. Kan, pergi single, balik tetap single lah. Okay, these are things, this will happen. Okay, I tell you, because it quite, it's something that in the real this happen. Okay, macam kita lah pergi ke orientasi kan. Okay, masa orientasi tu kita tengok hati budi masing-masing. Okay, alright, okay, this is a type of training, orientation training. That means normally for the new employees lah. Okay, to familiarize them with the policy, procedures, culture and the like and so on. So it's happened to you. Okay, when you first step on into the unit 10, they send you for the orientation training. So this is the class, this is the way that you register the subject. Okay, this is the lecturers there. Okay, then ada apa, orang kata ikrar apa semua. So the team training is the something that provide employee with the skills and perspective they need to collaborate with the others. Team training. So we are working with teams, so make sure that we able to work together. So it's time for you to get know into details, the strengths, the weakness of the people there. Alright. Selalu ni kalau dulu training masa saya kecil dulu okay, it's not a training, we call it training. It's a kursus lah, some kind of seminar and so on. The most hip time, the most hip, we call it the something yang kemuncak lah. When they ask for you to close your eyes, okay, and they close the light there, Once they close the light there, you close the eyes and the instructor asks you to imagine about your parents there. Okay, how they raised you. All right, what they did for you. Okay, what they sacrificed for you, and the time berderai mata kan. Okay, itu cerita je lah. Okay, I think you pun have a kind of experience there. Right, diversity trainings, because we want whatever it is, we want to work together with the peoples, and we want to unleash the potential of yourself. Alright? Go training, learn something, and bring something new to the company. Okay, a new business, a new idea, a new image, because the company wants something. Okay, they cannot stagnate in one things. Okay, let's say for example you are selling computer, from 1 year to another years to another years, you are selling the same things. So it's time for you to explore the other things. In order to explore the things, you need to have the information. You need to learn some things. Okay, you need to learn about the online marketing. So you pergi lah momentum internet. Najib Asadok going there. Okay, first class free. Second class you need to pay some. Third class you need to pay big amount. Okay, momentum internet. Okay, dia punya potential sama je orang ni. Alright. But yalah, it's something that is good to ponder about. Okay, so because the co-founders is our alumni. Okay, it's our the chef taco je kalau you perasan lah. It's our alumni there. Okay, so this is the way for you to HR do lah. Okay, so you need to understand process there. We call it performance appraisal. Whatever that person did, do for the 1 year or 1 year, then you need to appraise. Look at the feedback. All right, assessment of the employee job performance. Okay, look at the behavior, look at the trait, and you can get the results there. Maybe you get the results, but maybe the trait and the behavior are not in line. So something wrong there. Okay, because the result of the appraisal is a basis for you to give a reward to the people. Okay, so this is an MBO, management objective. So whatever the KPI being assigned to you, deliver it. Deliver it, yes, that mean dapat lah. Tak adalah orang kata you buat tu setahun tu nothing, sia-sia. Alright, this is a 300-degree appraisal. Okay, let's say for example, people are evaluating you. They are not looking on your KPI itself. Sometimes they are looking on the 360 degrees. They are looking on the peer review on your colleague. So they are asking your colleague, okay, Mr. A, what is your opinion on your friends here, Mr. B? Okay, on the performance, on the job task, on the attitudes, on the emotional. So the person will give you average lah. So some of the marks there will be influence the appraisals there. They ask the customer, okay, this service performed by Mr. A. So what is your feedback on this Mr. A punya performance on the, we call it entertainment and so on lah. Okay, how he entertain you? Is that okay and so on? So they are getting the input from there. And they're looking on the finance department. So how about our sales? Okay, our sales are in line with the customer punya satisfactions, on the colleague satisfaction. They're asking for the stakeholders pula, tanya students pula. So these are things. Okay, let's say for example, how you can do the evaluation on me. Okay, they are looking on the students' evaluations. Alright, what the marks that I get from the student evaluations. Okay, kau dapat more than one tu rasa macam berdebar nak baca. Dia apa? The worst part is not the worst part. The challenging part is to read the comments there. Alright, when you read the comments there, or the first time I read the comments, dia macam kena heart attack tu. Tapi sedih tu 2 malam tak tidur. Alright, because you have the ego as the lecturers. Alright, and you think that you are perfect because you are the lecturer, you are teaching people. Ya, zaman dulu lah kan. So when you teaching the people, that means you are the right things to teach the people on the right things. How come the other people can give you another perspective that you are wrong? Oh, makan dalam tau. Tapi sekarang dah tua dah macam it's okay. It's something for me to move on and learn more, improve. All everything is about improvement. Tenang baca kan. Tenang is good, relax baca. Okay. Take it as kalau compliment tu labor. Labor senyum dia. Kalau yang comments tu kadang, dia punya comments dia tahu dia budak muda kan. Comments dia, bahasa dia. Memanglah bahasa dia. I'm very direct so. I'm very vocal. Vocal dia je kan. Tapi lah, I take it as improvement things lah. Okay, how the way that I need to improve. Alright. So this thing, okay, students, the performance of the company. Okay, so everything will be conclude and I got the results. Okay, so this year, Aizat, you entitled for the bonus. This year, not entitled for the bonus because of the blah blah blah. Okay, so sedih lah. Okay, tapi tak sedih pun sebab dah lama tak dapat bonus lah. Alright, sedih rasanya. Kalau dulu ngikit hujung tahun. Hujung tahun fikir nak beli kereta apa kan. Sekarang tak adalah. Sekarang hujung tahun, kais pagi ke pagi kais petang makan petang. Okay, this is the tips of giving the feedback. You summarize employee performance and be specific. Jangan melalut. Tell people, these are things that you need to improve, this you need to maintain, and these are the things that you need to think about. Alright. Explain why the employee work is important to organizations. Looking back to the mission and vision of the company. Jangan pula kata tiba, this KPI not related to the mission and vision lah. Tak apa-apa lah, betul lah. Ada sangat lah HR tak boleh buat kerja. Thank to the employee for doing the job. Remember the John Hancock there. Okay, they teach the John Hancock to pack the bag and saying good job. By saying good job, by saying thank you is something that can maintain a harmonious things, you know. Appreciating the people there. Thanks, bro. Thanks, sis. Okay, so just imagine you are thankful to the people for doing the jobs there. Walaupun job tu tak apa sangat, tapi when you say something, thank you tu macam wow, being expected. Once people being expected, they means for the future, no worries lah. Mudah kerja. Raise any level issue such an area for improvement. Alright. This is not mistake. This is something that we call it area for improvement. Ayat tu kena betul jugalah kadang. Express confidence in employee future good performance and so on. So remember guys, HR is something that we want to take care of the people because what? We want to retain them in the company. Okay. You have the job yearly basis, from year to year or assignment basis. So once you finish the assignment, we want to maintain the performance, the momentum in another job, in other assignments. So whatever that we did to make sure the same things happen to the next project ataupun more better. Because what? If you lose your staff, you need to hire a new one. Then you need to give them a training. It costs time. It costs money. Then you need to send for the training. It costs time. It costs money. Alright. Tiba-tiba hilang pula. That's why people, when they are sending people for the trainings, they sign the contracts there. If you are not able to retain, to be with us for the future 5 years, then you need to pay for the training expenses there. More double. Right? Kena lah. Okay. So, speaking of wages or salaries. Alright. So the numbers, the figures, it depends on the internal and external factors. Compensation policy of the organization, worth of job, employee relative worth, alright, employer ability to pay. So this is internal. Big company for sure associated with the big numbers lah. Small company associated with the small numbers. Big company associated with the responsibility. It depends. Something that very, how to say it, is unique to that company. Okay, I have experience working with a small company. When I finish my job, I work as a manager. It's not a manager, it's a shift manager in restaurants. Alright, at KICC. And my fellow friends, same with me. Alright, same with me. And he being hired to the Petronas to become the executive. So rasa macam, at the first time tu rasa macam, it's okay lah, rezeki masing-masing. But for the third time, fourth time rasa macam, Why? Alright, so these are things lah. Okay, I have been there. Okay, menyorok, rasa macam malu. Okay, so that yalah, it's quite challenging. It's my experience there. So I tahulah betapa sedihnya, betapa yalah, right. So hopefully it won't happen to you lah. After graduate, then being offered to the TMB, offered to the Petronas, offered to the GE, for example, offered to the shipping company. So something that, yeah, you need to find a good platform to start. Once you have a good platform to start, that means the times that we consume will be shorter. Tak adalah lama. Macam saya ni, saya dah ketinggalan dah, left behind. Tapi lah hidup bukan untuk dipertandingan kan, untuk dipertandingan untuk dibanding-bandingkan. Tapi lah, kadang we influence you. Alright, the external factors, condition of the labour market, area wage rates, cost of living, alright, collective bargaining, legal requirements. So these are things that influence the rate of wages or the salaries here. As long as within the range is okay, like acceptable. We cannot have absolute numbers. What have we done? Okay, we need to, as long as being acceptable within range. Living in Kuala Lumpur, for example, 1,200s. Oh, mati tau. Okay. Gelandangan jawabnya. I can imagine lah. Okay. Living in KL, 1,200, working for more than 8 hours. Right? But 1,200 at rural area, for example, ataupun dekat Kelantan ke, Perak ke kan. Okay, duduk kat Parit sana nun. Perak sana. Sekarang di 1,200. Okay lah. Hari-hari makan mi helau. Okay. So this is employee benefits. Okay, HR also need to think about the employee benefit. Not only the salaries, not only the job, but the thing that can offer to the employee to retain them. Okay, maybe it can be the medical benefit, for example. Okay, this is one company. Medical benefit is something that big issue today. Okay, because our lifestyle and so on. Muda-muda ni memang tak nampak. Dah tua ni gout datang, kencing manis datang. The things that I'm worried is, before you pension, before we retired, hilang satu kaki kencing manis. Alright, hilang satu kaki. Tiba dah kenapa jalan, dah kaki palsu. Okay, so this thing that being, yalah, because of our lifestyle today, hari-hari memang tak boba. Pagi memang tak boba Nescafe. Tengah hari makan boba juga. Malam boba, hari-hari boba. Before 30 hilang kaki dah. Alright. So medical something that being issues today. So what the companies do is, they are hiring you, they're giving you a good remunerations, a good salaries, and also they are giving you extra, it's a medical benefits. Alright. Medical benefits ni memang sekarang dah muda tak nampak. Dah tua juga tahu. That's why sekarang ni, 2 days, okay, since the medical benefit is costly, so sometimes company, they give you options. Okay, I give you this kind of salary, 2,000 ringgit, for example, 2,000 ringgit. Actually, your salary is 1,800, but another extra 200 still is for you to get your insurance. Because as a bank company, I don't, I won't offer you any medical benefits lah. Medical benefit for the insurance to take, for the company to take is quite expensive. So I give you another 200. So you take the insurance that you want. Yang fikir panjang tu ambil insurance. Yang tak fikir panjang tu, 200 ni tambah 100 dalam move, then I can buy a new car. Right? So this thing lah, okay. So please be careful lah. Okay, so speaking of labor relations, okay, this is the thing that I said just now. Okay, it's a relation between workers and management. So workers and management, they have the powers. So they can abuse the power and suppress you. Alright, force you. So what you can do, you can combine together, collate, and become the union. So you can you can fight for your right. Okay, doing the picketing ke, strike ke, but must look professional lah. Alright. Okay. So this is the thing, because we are to make sure that both parties can work together. Okay. So this is the thing. Union vote yes or no. Yeah, there are needs for the economic needs. Okay, belief in union powers, and so on. Alright, so this case study have if you have a time read it. Okay, Joe. Okay, so it's end of the chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we take 5 minutes and we continue after that. Okay, so rehat jap 5 minit ya. Okay, attendance Mr. Zubaidi ada hantar ke? Guys? Kena hantar kat you ke? Tak ada?
Yes, sir. The group, in the Telegram group.
Oh, in the groups. Okay, right. Then you can use your phone to scan to your phones. Okay, kalau ada ni lah. Okay, lihat jap. Alright, okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. So we are continue for the next topics. Alright, topic 6 on the ethic. Alright. So why is very important ethic? Because ethic is something that define what is wrong, what is right. Alright, it's something that associate with the integrity. So whatever that we decide, whatever that we do, we need to make sure it's the right thing. Okay, we don't want something that harm ataupun against the law, harms the people, harms the environments, against the law. So something is kind of waste, you know. If you did that, it's a waste because yalah, maybe you being terminated ataupun you being uh, accused. Alright, being accused of being yalah, find guilty. So kita tak patut berlaku. So bolehnya we want something that good. Okay, because you pick up the right one. Okay, so ethics something that associate with the integrity. Alright, it's about the morally wrong and morally right. Right something that we want lah. Wrong we don't want. Okay, itu simple thing. As a project manager, because it's associated with your decisions. Okay, if you look at for the short terms, quick, soft, that mean you need kadang-kadang you tend to make a wrong decision. If you look at for the long terms, okay, and you able to take risk, okay, telan pahitnya, then you take the right one. Because I want to say that truth is bitter. Okay, kebenaran itu adalah pahit. Okay, I want to tell to the person that I'm not handsome. I'm not a handsome guy because if I tell the handsome guy I'm not a handsome guy, it's pahit for me. I cannot. It's a pahit. Alright. Yeah, I can lie to people. I am handsome, but yeah, for the short term, people can agree with me. Okay, look at the pictures that I did there. The first impression saying that, wow, okay, good looking. For the short terms lah. Okay, what in the real case? Alright, so these are things lah, telling lie, telling roof and so on. Okay, macam contoh for example, it's happen lah. Some students they take opportunity to yalah, kadang untuk kelentong lecturers dia. Okay, so for the short term tak apalah, percayalah, it's okay lah, tak apalah, rumah kena banjir. For the long term, hari ini you tipu lecturers, esok lusa you tipu bini you pun itu masalah. Okay, so that is thing lah. Okay, this is the gist of this subject, you know, ethics. CSR ni tak apalah, CSR ni dia for the long term ni, walaupun dia menghabiskan duit, but it bring something benefit to the company. Okay, sustainability ni the way that we want to preserve our environments for the next futures. Okay, so benda ni semua baik lah benda ni. All this we talk about ethics, CSR, sustainability, something that very good for the long term. Short term and long term. Okay. So Henry David Thoreau saying that it's truly enough said that the corporation has no conscience, but a corporation of conscience. Man is a corporation with a conscience. So you look at the business purpose, they are seeking for the profit. Whatever that you cost, that you invest, you want the return is a profit. CSR is something that you use the profit and you won't get return in the form of money lah, profit. So why you want to spend a lot of money doing something for the society and end up you get no profits there. But this is the way that changed the business model nowadays. Whatever that you give to the society for free, it will give you back maybe double. In the form of what? Mileage ke, brand image ke, okay, other values, not in the form of money. The simple concept is macam sedekah lah, charity. You give RM1, maybe tomorrow, after that, ataupun senang cerita, you belanja kau you makan roti canai. Esok lusa you dapat more than that. Okay, starting from now, you belanja lah kawan you makan. Okay, if you have the opportunity lah. Tak apa bro, this time on me. Alamak. Bergenang air mata kawan you tu. Ya Allah, I have friends, good friends. It's okay bro, on me aja. Okay. Ini nak pergi kat IOI pun, bila time nak isi minyak semua tidur. Semua tidur. Alamak. Okay, so this is the thing lah. Alright. So, learning objective. Okay, look at the different ethical perspective of guide and decision making. In business, as a project manager, or in the staff in the organization, there is the things. We want to decide something good. So, how to lead the something good? This is for time for the ethical to comes. So, our foundation should be right lah. Our thought, our foundations, our resources should be support us to make a good decision. Alright. So let's say for example your boss asks for the report. You can tell lie to your boss. Hey, I got 1 million what? But can you prove it? Dah tak tahu. Or you can alter the account there. Just a figure what? Okay, bos kan nak tengok account betul pun. Bukan dia nak ambil account bank, tekan, jujuk, tengok satu tak. They want to look at the report. Then you can put the report there. Tambah 1 kosong belakang. Saya dapat 1 juta. Padahal untung 1,000 je. Tambah 1 kosong. Yes, we get 1 million. For the sake of report, tak ada masalah. After this, we alter lah. Alright. Katakan, your boss saying that, I want to see the 1 million. Actual 1 million. Then you call your friends, pinjam tak 100,000 lagi, ataupun 900,000. I want to put there je, just for the sake of lakonan sahaja. My boss want to see 1 million. Here's the things lah. Okay. So, something that we did mistake today, so it become as great after that. Okay, dah nipu dah. Lepas tu pula bos you nak 1 juta tu dah ambil kau balik rumah. Dah lopong 900,000. Nak kena ganti balik. Takkan rasa macam, yelah, these are things lah. I want to put in the simple example to make sure that we understand what we want to learn today. Okay, explain how company influence the ethic environments. Okay, look at the process of making ethical decisions. Look at the issues for the CSR. Okay, look at the reason for business going into international environments. This is very important because we are not living in our surrounding areas saja. We are living for the futures. Whatever we did is not for ourselves, but it's also for the futures. Alright, literacy, for example. Alright, we want our futures feel the same things. Apa yang kita rasa? What the today that we have. Okay, takut pula nanti today we just waste our electricity and next in the futures our future generation cannot have that kind of benefit of electricity. Okay, but kita dah bazir lah. Alright, then look at the action manager can take to manage the environment in mind. Alright, so look at ethics. How to say ethics is the system of rules that govern the ordering of values. System of rules, it can be SOP, it can be rules and regulations, it can be step by step, guideline. Right? Because we want to sustain, we want to maintain the values. It should be the good values lah. Stealing for sure is wrong. Alright, bribery is wrong. Telling lies is wrong. Okay. Betul lah kalau you tengok lagu Johnny dah Johnny what you think. Anti-sugar, right? Don't tell lies. Alright. Dari kecil lah. Dia ngajar supaya jangan tipu. Okay. Padahal malam-malam makan sugar. I tak tahulah apa budak makan sugar malam-malam. Okay, tak pernah jumpa pula orang makan sugar malam-malam kan. Something wrong with that kids lah. Okay, telling truth and lying. Truth is bitter and truth is for the long term. Whatever the lying is for the short term and you want to feel good. Look at the movies, Don't Look Up. Alright, you are manipulating, you are lying to make sure that people have a good feeling of you. You're hiding the truth. You're manipulating the things. End up, nampak tak movie? That is a good movie to tell everything about the integrity. To tell about the things that happen to this. People want to feel good. The boss want to feel good. Right? So we are manipulating everything. Alright? To make sure that tapi for the long term apa jadi? We are not prepared for that. Okay, maybe kalau Don't Look Up tu for the long term, they can save the world. Okay, macam Armageddon lah. They are going there to the meteor there. and blow up the meteor there, okay, into the small pieces and so on. Maybe we can save the things there. But we want to feel good about it and we take the opportunity about it. It's a good movie. Please watch it. Don't Look Up. Sangat-sangat bagus lah. I think nak buat soalan tentang Don't Look Up tu. Okay. So this is the personal issues. It start from us. It start from the one person, oneself. Okay, if we think that our action is right, although despite it's wrong, that means the consequences will be wrong. Okay, so the consequences can be into the action lah. For example, hire people who are like them, immune to the conflict of interest, take more credit than they deserve, blame others when they deserve some blame the others. Alright. This is macam this one. We cannot prioritize which one is important for the work, which is not important for the work. Alright, at the workplace, we are looking for our personal issues there. Alright, and for the companies also, they have the right to look at into your details, although being protected. Alright, so this is the thing. So that's why the discussion is very important to have a mutual agreement there, a mutual understanding, saying that in the workplace, alright, there are flexibility for you to spend your time in your personals, maybe about 5 minutes on the last time, but the rest you need to spend for the companies. Okay. So ethical issues is a situation, problem, or opportunity in which we must choose among several action that must be read as a moral right or wrong. Senang cerita, truth is bitter. You cannot rationalize something. What is one word there? Apa lupa dah. There's no shortcut. Okay, there's no shortcuts. Right? Business ethic is a principle and standard that get behavior in the world of business. So we want to have a good environment of business. Let's take an example nowadays, the business trend of the nation, example. The founders, all the founders lah, founders, not to saying that, the founders tu they are manipulating the advertisement, okay, they exaggerate something, okay, give a false information that lead to something that very crucial, something that very danger, okay. Makanan kesihatan, for example, they are claim that can be cure everything. Makan ni tu jadi kuat, segala je kuat. Alright, they are creating something, but they are creating a content that not look professional, content that mislead. Alright, so in the business, that's why people, we need to go for the education that prepare you for the ethic mind. Alright, maybe lah they are rich, but they are unethical. Alright, compared to the person that rich and ethical. So ada beza, ada value situ. Nampak cool je kan. Apa kita nampak cool tak? Okay. So there are things. Alright. Biar handsome tapi kaya. Biar handsome tu kaya. Janji kaya. Lupa ayat dah. Ayat dah. So then kaya ni, what the right face there?
Ya, tak handsome je.
Biar tak handsome janji kaya. Alright. So look at that things there. It's something that, if you go into the details.
Janji sadar, sir.
Janji
sadar.
Janji sadar. Okay. Macam-macam. That means they are editing something. They are mislead something. Okay. So itulah ceritanya. Okay. So kita tak tahu what happen in the future. So after this, tak tahu what kind of business model. Nowadays, you looking at the content that mislead. Alright, all the phrases there, okay. Phrases saying that tak apa, tak ada SPM pun boleh kaya. Tapi berani tak dia cakap kat anak dia nanti, anak, jangan ambil SPM nanti. Tu macam bapak, tak ambil SPM tapi kaya. Tak berani dia kat tu. Okay, tak berani. Anak pergi tuition pun cuak dah. Anak pergi tuition ni. Okay, so itu semua marketing semua. Tapi ada ke you all makan kuih putih tak ada kan? Janganlah. Bosak orang hinggang dia. So this is ethical issues, ethical system is a moral philosophy. So moral philosophy is a principle, rules and values people use in deciding what is wrong and what is right. Okay, it depends on the situations. Certain countries saying that bribery is right. Because bribery is something that is become their normal. It's a culture for them. Alright, you are going to the Thailand for example. Alright. Dekat immigration tu, it's a normal for you to put RM2 in the passport to make sure that the process of stamping the passport being smooth. Okay, this is the first thing that tests me at the first place. Mula tu, I tak letak RM2 because my principle saying that, this is my principle saying that it's wrong to give a bribe to the people. Tapi bila sampai kat sepadan Siam tu tak boleh. You hantar pasport kosong without RM2, patah-patah balik. Tak boleh jadi ni. Okay, nak masuk Siam ni. Alright, so nak tak nak, because I saying that, okay, this is the culture of there, having a bribery is okay. So nak tak nak, I cakap lah, okay, my principle is depends to the place. Betul lah, di mana bumi bijak di satu lagi junjungan. So nak tak nak, you need to tone down your egos there. Okay, put RM2 dalam passport you and go for the stamping. Jadi culture maker dah. Alright, having a money from the tourist. Alright, nampak macam yelah, kat Malaysia you buat yang tu, mampus masuk HRM tu, pasal RM2 pasal juga kan. Alright, okay. Universalism, that means we uphold the certain values society needs to be functions. Okay, stealing is wrong, for example. Yes, stealing is wrong. Misleading is wrong. Exaggerating is wrong. Alright. Okay, this is a principle. That's as I mentioned earlier, the principle that you hold. Alright. So kalau court principle ni is being agreed by the multiple countries there to make sure that everything is easy. Okay, because they hold certain values that mutually understand by each countries. Okay, tak ada masalah. There is no barriers. And they also know about the culture of the country itself. Tahu dah. Japan macam mana, Europe macam mana, United States macam mana. Okay. COSE, for example, what is the principle of COSE? Saying that living and working together for the common good, allowing cooperation to exist with a healthy and fair competition. They want to emphasize about the healthy and fair competitions. So same goes to you as a project manager. So you want to make sure your staff competing in the fair and healthy ways. Okay. Janganlah tiba-tiba pula you pergi pagi-pagi office je tengok staff you tabur sebut putih dekat meja kawan you. Meja klik dia. Kenapa pula kau tabur sebut putih ni? Kau gunakan dia kan? Bukan bos, sebut putih ni adalah racun semut. Semut selalu naik meja dia. Okay, so I tolong dia letak racun semut putih kat meja dia. Alright, so these are things lah. Okay, to make sure that as a project manager also, it's a for us to compete healthy. Alright, it's not fair lah. Santau menyantau tu tak boleh lah. Okay, human dignity, okay, concern the value of each person as the end, not mean to the fulfillment of other purpose. Do not abuse the people. Do not emotionally abuse the people. Alright, so this is the thing. Ataupun ambil kesempatan, take the opportunity. Okay. Let's say for example, you have a colleague, ataupun you have a co-workers, ataupun your staff, okay, your staff girls, for example, a young engineer, graduate from the Unit 10, dah sampai kerja seksi gila je kan, you as a boss kan, I can give you a raise, a promotion, but berdaham kawan tu kan. Alright, so you are not giving the person as an opportunity to compete professionally. Okay, you ambil kesempatan pula berdaham. You need to dah kenapa bos aku ni cakap kan, aku tak faham. Okay, so ethical system, egoism is about individual, that means your possession yourself. Alright, you're maximizing the consequences for the individuals. Okay, utilitarianism ni is something that really good for the greater numbers. For example, with RM1, what you can do the best for your people there. Alright, the most thing, that means you're maximizing it. Okay, this is the word of utilitarianisms. Okay, virtue ethics, nanti baca. Okay, Colbert model of cognitive moral development ni is something that we develop our moral self, our moral behaviors, our moral thought. Starting from infant, babies, or kids, early infants. Okay, so whatever that you did wrong, it's associated with the pain. Buat salah kena pukul, sakit. Tak best. Buat something good, that means you get reward. Dapat gula-gula, dapat pujian. Then move it to the next levels. Buat salah, being being criticized by the people there. Your people surrounding. Okay. Malu dapat. Alright. Being did something good, that means you get a good image. People thank for you. Alright. And to the ultimate level, you can justify, okay, why you did wrong and why you did right. This is the way that we develop our moral, our moral lah, wrong or right ni. Okay. The current ethical issues in the business as a project manager, you can look at here lah. Okay, the wages, the telework, social media, for example. Is that okay for your staff to expose everything about your company to the public? Alright, openly criticize you as a project manager. Alright. Kalau work professional tak apa juga. Siap gambar you family lagi. This is my project manager, very suck. Alright, kena do work properly. Bukan gambar you dengan gambar family you sekali kan. Dah, jam. Alright, these are things lah, ethical things. Okay, obesity, okay, healthcare, pay. Alright, this is the act. Okay, whatever that we want to make sure that being emphasized, being into force, we can have the act there. Alright, jadikan undang-undang. Make sure it's legal there. Legalize. Okay, once you have something that legalized, it can be emphasized correctly lah. Alright, being endorsed by the people, be endorsed by the nation, saying that this is wrong, this is right. Bribery is wrong. Alright, wherever that you go, bribery is wrong. Go to the Siam, out of the country. Right? Now it's your principles. Okay, your principle, your self-principle. Okay. So the example lah, Sabun Osley ni. Okay. So this is a business ethical climax. What is wrong, what is right. Okay, ethical leaders. So speaking of ethical leaders, we want somebody, a leader that can lead us to the something that ethical, something that very good. Whatever the decision that it took, it bring benefits to the people for the long term. Alright, look at don't look up. This is the best example of the ethical leaders. Okay, you can I think you can imagine what I talk about this subject. Alright, so this is a danger sign. Danger sign. Show me sign. This is danger signs. Alright, so if you're looking for the short-term revenues or for the long term, so there's something fishy there. Alright, no code of ethic, no rules and regulation. Asking for the why you okay, is that saying that bribery is wrong? Can you show with me? Tak ada. Dengan cakap orang aja. So tak ada, maknanya not being endorsed lah, not being mutually hold by everyone. Quick fix. Okay, legal issues not clear, lack of a clear procedures. Kabur je, ikut suka hati je. Responding to demand of the orders at the expenses of other constituencies. Ambil kesempatan lain untuk cover benda lain. Ni korek lubang, kampus lubang. Korek lubang, kampus lubang. Right, this is the program, ethic program in the company. What you can do is, this is the program, compliance-based ethic program. Okay, whatever it is, the objective to make sure that to prevent, detect and punish legal violations. Integrity-based ethic program to instill in people a personal responsibility for ethical behavior. TNB, they are launched for the IHI, Integrity Health Index. So every year, they will measure the health index of their organizations. There are set of questions that need to be answered by the employee every year, annual basis lah. So they will look at the cases, number of cases happen. So they will compare the numbers of the survey and also the cases. Is there any improvement? Is there any is there any improvement? Alright, to make sure that at the same time also they are educating the people, saying that bribery is wrong, this kind of action is wrong. They are educating, not penalizing people, they're educating, because it's one phrase saying that, merawat lebih baik daripada apa ke ya Allah petang ni. Mencegah lebih baik daripada merawat. Okay. Mencegah lebih baik daripada merawat. Apa English dia? It's better to avoid than cure. Ada ayat dia. Lebih sedap sikit bunyi dia. Nanti I cari balik Alright, this is a
Prevention
process for ethical decision making. First of all, you must have a fundamental of understanding the moral standards there. Alright, then look at the moral impact. Is that benefit to some, harm to the others? Is there right exercise, right deny? Okay, for example, right. Speaking of right, education is for everyone. So by having that kind of words, there is no one that left behind. Okay, everyone, including the OKU ke apa semua, education. So you define what the education is about. Define the complete moral problems. Okay, then look at the economic outcome, the legal requirement, what the ethical duties. Then you can get the solutions there. Solution that I believe it benefits the maximum people that we can cover. Okay. Okay, moral awareness, judgment, character. In order to all this one, the character pun kena ada juga. The strength and persistence to act in accordance with your ethic despite the challenge. Alright, this is something that support the awareness and judgment. Everything that the awareness and judgment is something that unseen. It's happened inside, but the character is something that is you show to the people by portraying the attitudes, behavior. Okay, macam contoh Pak Imam lah, for example Pak Imam pakai cakap cakap memang yelah Tok Imam kan. Okay, cakap ini kena elak this one apa semua kan. Alright. Nampak betul lah pakai kopiah. Tapi bila naik kereta, bawa kereta, tiba orang potong queue keluar ke tangan tingkap tu, jari tengah. Kau apa hal? Nampak tak? It's not aligned. Okay. So these things, okay. This topic actually is kind hard for me to deliver because bila saya ni bukan yang kata baik sangat. Okay, I just average Joe that being something average Joe is not perfect lah. Okay, tak macam lecturer yang sikat tepi macam buat Hanafi tu kan. Okay, tu betul lah. Itu skema saya, not that skema in person lah. Okay. So courage is a courage to take action consistent with your ethical decision. Alright. So this is CSR. Tadi you punya call it all about our principles, our thought, our knowledge about the ethical. This is the things for the company to work extra. Okay. They are specifying the time, the cost, everything for the sake of the peoples, for the sake of benefit of the peoples there. So they are doing the CSR. It's an obligation toward the society assumed by the business. Alright, so look at here. Okay, whatever is CSR is about. Okay, this is something that very very clear enough to understand what is CSR about. First at all, as a business, when we do a business, we want profit. Whatever 1 ringgit ke 1 sen ke everything, whatever the cost, selling price, the positive number is profit. Whatever, kalau business tak profit tu lain macam. Okay, whatever we do business, we want profit. Regardless lah the figure, what is the figure about. We want profit. So we achieve profit, then we move into the next level. Whatever the business we do is a profitable and at the same time it's not against the law. Jual nasi lemak, bagus nasi lemak tu. Nasi lemak tu that means nasi lemak can be eaten by people. Alright, you get the profit, but you jual dekat kawasan salah. Okay. You jual di kawasan salah, it means it against the law. Tak boleh lah. Alright, so you should align with the law. Once you pass these two bottom ni, then you go to the third level. Whatever that you do business, nasi lemak, you get profit, not against the law, selling at the right place, and at the same time also be ethical. Ikut portion nasi lemak tu. Rasa cukup. Bukan nasi lemak angin. Oh, you are selling the karipap. Buka karipap, pom, angin. Okay, tak best lah. That means you are unethical. You unethical. Alright. So let's say for example you pass 3 bottom here, there you go something very good, be good global corporate citizen. You are selling nasi lemak profit with the right place, with the right price. Well, ingredient cukup is now for you to give it to societies. So nasi lemak tu you sedekah kat masjid, giving to the people who need it. Alright. So what happened to you? Yeah, it's your cost. You are sacrificing your cost there, your time there, making nasi lemak. You give it free to the people, but where you can get it, can get mileage, a brand image. Nasi lemak siapa ni? Nasi lemak makcik tu. Yang mana dara ke janda? Dara. Oh, no wonder lah. Okay. So the image there, the brand there. Okay, this is philanthropic. So you're willing to give your energy, your cost for the benefit of the people. That's why we call it triple line bottom here. This one, triple bottom line. Sorry, triple bottom line. Pass all these 3 bottom line here, then it's time for you to be ethical. Be philanthropic. Alright. Belanja kawan makan. Is that philanthropic? Boleh lah kot. Okay. Okay. Yelah, you belanja kawan you makan because you pun dah makan dah. Alright, makan tempat yang betul. Okay, makan dengan betul. It's time for you to give back to the society. Belanja kawan makan. Okay, it's some sort of concept lah that you can apply there. Alright, after this jangan kedekut lah. Okay. Kawan belanjalah kawan. Yang kena belanja tu jangan ego sangat. Cakap terima kasih. Kau belanja aku? Wah, masuk nampak. Garam Oh, jangan macam tu. Okay. Okay, this is a good example lah. Okay, yoga. I leave it for you to read it. It's a very good one. Very direct one. Okay, you boleh tahu macam mana dia boleh turn on the company to the something profitable. Okay, by teaching yoga only. Alright, so translating education with the 5 higher goals that balance self-interest with responsibility to others. So it will lead you to the empathy, generativity, maturity, civil expression, intolerance with the effective humanity. Because we are living together in the world, so we need everybody. Alright, that's why we support everybody. I need you as a students. Okay, I deliver you the things to make sure that after this you can behave accordingly ataupun to become a good citizens by having this kind of knowledge ataupun this kind of informations. At least one thing jadilah. Okay. Puncuk this is the contrasting view lah. Yes, doing business you want profits, but nowadays the business model is saying that beside the profits you need to also contributing to the peoples, helping the needed. Okay, helping the people do something that can become the value things nowadays. Business value. Business value is not getting the profit, but business value is now helping the people who need it. Because they believe it, for the long term, it's very beneficial for the brand image. Alright. Reconciliation, after you read this one, okay, profit estimation and corporate is used to be regarded as the against legal policy, okay, but yeah, should be balanced lah, should be balanced. You tak boleh cakap, because you cannot be the lintah, you know, sucking everyone punya wealth and so on, ataupun sucking, yalah, sampai tamak. Tak boleh. Alright, this is the how we live today. Not only in the Malaysian, but I think it's happened to the Mat Saleh juga countries on the Western apa semua ni. This is something that think acceptable for the company, not only to make profit, but also to giving back to the peoples. Alright. Bukan kata Islam saja, Mat Saleh pun kata, it is true. You give me something back to the society and you get more than that. Alright. Okay, ecocentric, ecocentric. This one, sustainable growth. So that means whatever that we do it today should be think about the futures. It means without harming the need for the future generation. Alright, whatever that we can save today, we save because we want not only ourselves, but we want somebody to feel the same that we feel. Hari ni makan ayam, you makan telur, you have the opportunity to eat chicken, egg, but you overconsume, extinction of the chicken, ayam pupus, can you futures can get the ayam? Tak ada dah. There's no ayam gerik, ayam gepuk, ayam apa, ayam penyet. Then you tell your future generation kan, abah dulu makan, atuk dulu makan ayam penyet. Ayam tu apa lah? Atuk, ayam tu apa? Oh, tak tahu ke? Okay. Look simple, look stupid, but yeah. Just imagine, overconsume today, it can bring harmful to the environment. Okay. Hidup dekat dunia ni betul lah. It's not easy lah. Alright. If you look at the futures, I think you pun takut nak hidup. But, yelah. These are things. Life cycle analysis. Okay, they are looking on the entire creative life of a product. Whatever that you do, it should be beneficial to the environments. Okay, even there is one idea saying that when we die, the corpse of the humans should be contributing to the tree. That means they are designing we call it a coffin. All right, put the dead bodies there and put it in the trees inside you tanam, then put the trees on the top of your grave. Okay, and the trees will grow by using your compost body and so on. All right. Same things that they want to produce, to make sure that whatever that waste will be produced can be benefits in futures. Okay, this is a life cycle analysis. Alright, just imagine that's why macam whatever that we want to do, we want something that benefits to the people. Macam sekarang I ajar ni, I nak something that bring benefits to you. Tak banyak lah, at least one. Okay, sama macam sekolah rendah. That's why dia bagi budak-budak sekolah banyak buku. Dia kata at least one. Alright, dia ajar insurance lah, dia ajar apa lah. Sekali kawan sikit tinggal. Sikit bahu. Alright, okay, this is the case studies. If you have a time to read it, okay, I leave it to read by yourself. Because I believe if you read it, you can get the idea what I mean about. Okay? Alright guys, okay, before we end the class, is there any questions that bothering you? Yeah, students, can I get response how many of us are today? I think, 85. Okay, the number is increasing. Right? So guys, okay, Ali, any question ke? Syarwanan, Chong, Nurul Fahana.
Thank you, sir.
Tak ada apa okay. If you have anything, you can rest up and put it on the telegrams there. Alright guys, I think without I pun tak nak buang masa you all. Okay, so thank you very much. See you on the next week, yeah. Okay, bye.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.